This is where the game goes deeper. He came to teach ya, the sports preacher. So whether you in the field or up in the bleachers, he came to reach ya, the sports preacher.
All right, we are here with none other than Mr. Five-star recruit himself, Jarell Cherry. Next to Jarell, we have his father, Jarell Cherry. We have his middle school coach and one of his high school assistant coaches, Coach Brian Wilson, and the head coach of Carter High School, Mr. Patrick Williams. So, you five-star, my brother. Don't worry about the stars. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. That's somebody's opinion. You five-star, trust me. You five-star in somebody's book.
Yes, sir.
You really are. You really are. So, Jarell, how does it feel going to LSU? How do you feel?
I'd probably say it's a blessing, just being able to find a school that was going to be able to benefit me towards my academic career and just also help me pursue my athletic dream of finally being able to maybe take NFL. And I'd probably say that was just the best school I sorted out. You know, Coach O, he led my recruiting. He just put himself out there as a man that was about his word. And showed me that we're going to help you build you more than what you are now.
Okay, how many schools, and give me some of the schools that recruited you?
I'd probably say a lot of schools that really took a long time to recruit me. I'd probably say Alabama, Texas A&M, OU, UCLA, Texas, Baylor, Texas Tech, and some other schools that were Tennessee, and a lot of schools down south. And Georgia was another one that gave me an offer. And just a lot of schools towards the east and west coast. I just was blessed to receive a lot of chances to get opportunities.
Okay, so one thing I find fascinating about you, and one thing I want my audience to know, is I've had the privilege of being your chaplain for all 4 years that you've been at Carter. Actually, now I think about it,
yes, sir.
And you've always been faithful at Bible study. And I think that's awesome. I think that sets a wonderful tone. And of course, having a pastor on the coaching staff right there next to you, that helps. But also, you are pretty fast. Am I right? You run a little track, right?
Yes, sir. God bless me with this dose of speed.
Okay, so let's talk about that speed. You run on a relay, don't you?
Yes, sir. I actually it came on kind of so to me, seeing how track was gonna work out. It wasn't something I knew that I was gonna be like primary sport, but as I came along, I ended up falling in love with that 200-meter dash, and Coach kind of took will of me building up my form, and letting on as you know, I was running Texas relays, anchoring down to 4x2, and up on 127, and running ankle leg all the way up to area.
So wait. Let me get this straight. Now, how many pounds are you? How much do you weigh?
I weigh 235.
You're 235 pounds, and how tall are you?
6'3".
6'3", and you're running ankle leg on the state championship team at Carter High School all the way through area as a starting defensive end.
Yes, sir.
I think the Lord did more than bless you. I think He double blessed you. That is awesome. There's guys half your size that don't have that on their resume, man. So that's awesome. So we know you're such a good young man that didn't just come from you. There's a guy next to you that looks a lot like you.
Yes,
that you remind me a lot of. Your mannerism and this man was a great athlete in his own right. I remember being in the stands watching him play a little bit. Mr. Jarell Cherry, how do you feel about your son and just following the path, and maybe even going even higher than what you were able to do? How does that make you feel as a father?
I'm just proud. Just so proud of him. I tell him all the time. I'm just thankful that he stayed out of trouble, listened to us, and just proud of him that he's going to go on and live his dream, playing D1 ball, and hopefully, good Lord bless him, he makes it to the NFL like he wants to.
So, give us the secret. Because me and the coaches, we talk all the time. We say we need the Cherries to have another kid. like you can't just drop Jarell on us and then just leave.
After graduation.
That's right. We need another Cherry coming through. So, but for I have a lot of sports parents who watch the show. So give them some tidbits and some secrets maybe of what they need to do to produce the type of kid that you and your wife are able to do.
For one, you have to put God in their life. Make sure they understand where their blessings come from. Two, I always tell them to stay humble. No matter how much people give you accolades, how much they talk about you, how much they praise you, just remember, you gotta stay humble. Because once you start to build yourself up, put yourself on that pedestal, it's a long way down. Fall. So that's the main thing there. Me and my wife on the same page of sports. Even though he's good at it, he knows that's not number one in our book. When he goes to LSU, his main thing is to do what?
My grades on the books.
We leave out there with that diploma. That's what we want. That's what we want most.
Awesome. That is awesome. So, as a point of record, I just want to say that Carter High School is in the building. Not just on the coaching staff, but Derek, you graduated what year?
1989.
All right. Coach Williams, you graduated what year?
1991.
Coach Wilson, you graduated what year?
1991.
My beautiful camera lady, my sister, graduated in 1991 as well. And of course, the sports preacher class of 1995. Kicking it live in 95. You know, so Carter High School is definitely in the house, is definitely in the building. And it's so good to see a next generation of a Carter High man being produced in Jarell Cherry. So let me go to his middle school coach, so when you see this kid come in, how tall was he in middle school? The first day you saw him at Atwood?
About 6 foot.
About 6 foot. And did you just start? I know you. Did you just start thanking Jesus right then? Did you say Jesus, thank you?
I'm excited.
Yeah, I know.
Excited. He often do grunt work. Coach, let me play nose guard. And that's not a pretty position.
At all.
It's not a cute position. It's a workman's position. I just want to play nose guard, Coach. Coach, you gonna move me back to nose guard, Coach? When I get the card, am I gonna play nose guard? Because he kept asking. So his work ethic was always high. I had to kind of, if I can say one thing I actually did for Jarell was pull his reins. He's under 200 pounds on the bench press at that wheel. I'm like, that's enough. You know, don't strain yourself if you got a long career ahead of you. So that's the only thing I help you with. It's not straining yourself. I'm like, one job I have is not to blow. I got to get you out of here healthy and strong so you go on to the next level. That's the only thing I did.
But you knew even then at age 13, 14, you kind of knew that we'll be at this point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Give me a play. Give me a play if you can, or a game if you can, that stands out in your memory from his Atwell days.
Well, I'm gonna say this. We talked about being on the 4x2. At Atwell, he's a quarter mile.
Oh, is that right?
He's a city champion in the 4x400 meter relay.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir. Yes. So
at nose guard.
At nose guard. You know, most people don't want to run that court.
That's right. That quarter gets you right. That's right.
It takes a man to run the court.
That's right.
And he had a man's mentality.
So just working.
Just working high.
Okay, so Coach Williams, as he's at Atwell, you had to have seen this lanky 6 foot kid, 6'1". By the time he's in 8th grade, you know, get close to 200 pounds, and I know you just probably I know those hands were rubbing together. You know, your mouth is salivating. You just like, boy, my defense is going to be amazing. I mean, when did you realize what you had in Jarell? How soon did you know?
When he decided to come to Carter, you know, that 2018 group was a very special group. I remember those guys coming in at halftime of our football game. We were struggling at Carter at the time. Those guys were loyal to us, said they wanted to play for Carter, and I'm very happy those guys came to Carter. That really was a blessing to our staff and committee.
So give me. So let me ask you this, Jarell. So you get to Carter. Did you play freshman, or did you immediately go to JV, or did you immediately go to varsity? Do you remember?
Straight varsity.
Straight varsity. No freshman. No freshman. Okay, so where were you on the depth chart? Do you remember?
Depth chart with playing with Coach. One thing you gonna know, don't nobody start.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
And sometimes mid-game, we'll go in and just write new names.
I'm gonna tell you what I do. You have to be fair to the upperclassmen.
Correct.
But once the first scrimmage comes and a freshman showed me that he can participate with varsity guys, they're gonna play varsity. It's just like a rookie in the NFL.
Yeah.
You don't if a guy can play, you don't hold him back.
So do you remember? Let me ask you, and then I'm gonna ask the coach.
Yes, sir.
What was the first play that you made being on varsity that you said, you know what, I can play up here?
want to say it was against a district team. Not sure which one. It could have been around Kimball. Me and my first Uncle Super Bowl game against Hutch. I just kind of came in through going into the gap play as you attack, and I see build my confidence up, knowing that hey, this is something I can get used to, something I can build my craft in. You never know what to tell you for.
Okay, so Coach, looking at film, and both, looking at film, or maybe even been live in the game, what's the first time that he flashed, that you were like, whoa, wait a minute.
I'm going to tell you the game that stands out for me. His freshman year, we played Carrollton Western.
Okay.
They ran away from him.
Yes, they did.
And he went and ran the guy down from behind. That's when I said this kid's going to be special.
That's right.
He's going to be special. Because they knew him as a freshman. And that's unusual for a head coach to know a kid's a freshman. They were running away from him. Yeah, he made sense behind. That's what the kid was special. And I think, remember we had that talk. I said, by your junior year, every school in the country you got to your son. I knew he was going to be special.
It's funny you say that because I was talking with Dad before the interview, and I was saying that I would always tell Cherry, because I've been working with you guys now, I think 5 years, and so it was my second year as chaplain, and I remember telling Cherry that, man, one day you can have 20 sacks. I want you to have a 20-sack season. But then when teams started running away from him and even rolling the quarterback away from him, I was concerned, I said, man, is he going to get the attention that he deserves? But clearly the schools and the coaches know what they saw. They know what they had. So let's talk about academics. Let's talk about academics. What are you majoring in at LSU? What do you think you want to focus on?
I'm going to focus on business economics.
Business economics.
Yes, sir.
So in business economics, where do you want to end up?
I'm trying to say it's managing, also it's working on this, going into a business and being able to tell them what between demand and supply can be the best deal for them, where they can be able to make more sales without having to spend so much money to produce a better product.
Okay, so Coach, you talked about how special this 2018 class was, and so you and I want you to say something so all the fans and everybody watching this can hear about the 203 kids who are graduating Carter this year, the amount of money that they have amassed. And this is just at the time of recording, so this is pre-recorded, so that number may be higher, and so if it's higher than that, then I'll say it before we post it. But Coach, tell us what these 203 kids, how much money that they have amassed so far, and where does that rank in DISD?
They amassed over $15 million in scholarship monies. It's ranked number 1 in Dallas.
Number 1. That is amazing. A class of 203 to have amassed $15 million in scholarship money. That is amazing.
I did the average of 68,000 per kid.
Go ahead. That's what I'm talking about. Good. That is amazing. That is phenomenal. Cherry, that's something that's going to stay with you for the rest of your life, and it's not going to really register until you have the next Cherry coming through. And then that's when it's really going to, you're like, wow, my class was special. That is truly special, man, and we are extremely proud of the way you are. So tell me a little bit about your faith. So tell me a little bit about your faith, if you don't mind. What motivates you to be one of our leaders, coming to Bible study every Thursday morning and encouraging your teammates?
First of all, I got a good example to follow with my dad and my coach being the man he is. And with my dad and my coach being the masters they are, and coach, I got a head coach. He always tells us one thing you gotta do is you gotta lead by example, and always just remain humble. Because when you're doing things right, fame will come. But the thing is, how is your reaction gonna be when it does come? And another thing is don't fall into the hype. In school, at first I wouldn't know exactly how I was, but Coach Perry used to always preach me. He always say, "Hey, be a ghost in school. People gonna look at that and they gonna see something in it." So every time I'm around school, I always try to just be the most chill, try to be the chillest person in the room. And sometimes having to be to the point you don't even see me. I always be doing right because you never know who's watching.
That's awesome. How does that make you feel? Hearing your son, I'm a father. I have a son that's college age, and so I feel like he's part of me. I know the pride I feel. But tell me how you feel. Seeing your son, the specimen that he is, the scholar that he is, the gentleman that he is, and more importantly, the believer that he is. How does that make you feel? I know it's hard to put into words.
All I can say is that I'm just proud, peacock proud. My chest is stuck out. Because one, I know he's been listening to me and his mother. And then I know I got good men around me that are associated with too. Coach Jones as well should be here, Coach Connor should be here too, because they've all played a part in helping me mold him into what he is now. So, I mean, like you say, it's hard to put in words, but all I can think, the main thing I think of is just how proud I am.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Coach Wilson, speak to us about the resurgence that that you see us having at Carter. And I use the word us on purpose. You know, you're not supposed to do that in journalism, but I can't help it when I'm talking about Carter.
Well, you're part of the family. It's all right.
That's right.
A big part of it would be this classmate team. This was one of the first years in probably 10 or 12 years that we got 85 to 90% of the kids that come from previous school. And so with that being said, that's how the program do it. You build a program from the middle school up. You know anything about South Lake Carroll? Every school in South Lake is a dragon. Little League team or the dragon. Everybody wears green and white. So it's ingrained in them early. And myself and Coach Pat were able to get together and get the kids over to a few ball games, get them in the locker room, and let them feel what Carter really feels like. A lot of people deal in rumors when you talk about Carter High School. They think they know, they really don't. A couple of kids the other day, they were seniors, they were leaving, like, Coach, y'all said it was going to happen fast. We didn't think it was going to happen this fast.
Right.
And I can't believe it's over. I'm proud to be a Cowboy. But these are the same folks in the 8th grade. Oh, this school called, this school called. I don't know where I'm going to go to high school. And I told them, if you just get there, you'll be successful and you'll enjoy yourself. And that's boys and girls.
Right. What do you see, Coach? You know, being part of an athletic department that every sport made the playoffs this year. I mean, that's phenomenal.
Yes, sir.
And then to see what type of men, not just being 9-3 and having a good playoff run, but the type of men that you're able to produce now that are representing the program, and now that are all spread across this nation. You know, how does that make you feel? Being a Carter alum, being a running back on that team. As a matter of fact, you too, Cherry, being a part of that team in '88, the legendary squad. You know, how does that make you feel? Seeing us kind of have this rebirth.
First of all, I just think I try to stay humble. Also, I bring it up every once in a while about the good old days, late '90s and late '80s. I'm sorry, and early '90s. But I just try to be an example for the kids. I'm very proud. Got the rest of my head.
That's right.
I started 50
No. How do you feel about the resurgence of Carter High School?
You know what? I feel real good about it. Just like Coach Wilson said, that vertical alignment finally came to truth. This summer, the 8th, 7th, 8th, and 9th graders will work out with us at Carter High School.
Oh, wow.
Yes. They also, the middle school will work out with us. The little league team that practiced with us, the former Oakville Bears, they are now called the Carter Cowboys.
Awesome.
Yes, and their colors are red and blue. So we're just coming back as a community like we used to be in the past. And I'm very excited about that, and I'm very glad that I'm have the opportunity to get to welcome.
That's awesome. So, coaches, I'm finna put Jarell on the spot. Jarell, that's two things a Carter football player does. That's two things, okay? It's two things. What are those two things?
Make grades and make money.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
That's we do.
That's what we do here, man. We make grades and we make plays. Well, listen, gentlemen, thank you so much for giving me your time. Yes, sir.
We can add something to that resurgence. The valedictorian at Carter High School
Thank you.
was a basketball player. The salutatorian was a football player. So it's not just athletic. It's academic.
That's right. That's right. And thank you for mentioning that as a point of record, that $15 million, that was not all athletic money. only half of that was athletic money. The rest of the money was for performing arts and just straight academics. And some of our athletes got combo scholarships, athletic and academic. And so, and like I say, there's still some scholarship money out there. So by the time that we finish editing this, that number may be close to 16, 17, or 18. So that is phenomenal. So I tell you what. No, yeah, we're gonna go around.
Me and these two men right here, because they actually brought back that tradition that we had at Carter.
Yes, sir.
We lost it along the line somewhere. They bringing it back, and I can see because I believe they want to do it because it's in their heart. And I'm talking to Coach Jones, knowing that he came from there, it's in his heart. They want to get it back to that tradition where we felt like we were the baddest in the land.
That's right.
Everywhere we went.
That's right. Everywhere.
There was no question. I see it coming back now. And I see it in those boys that they got that sense of pride about them. When you see them go out, they don't have their pants sagging. They don't have their shirts untucked. They don't look all just like they just jumped out of bed. These kids are actually honorable, want to make a good first impression, and they want us to see it. That's the main thing I see about them. They all want us to see them go out and do great. And I want to give these two props for laying that foundation. Y'all think that people come to Carter just because they win it. They come to Carter because the parents are looking at y'all and seeing that y'all putting that responsibility back on. And they want their kids to go and come up and be just like the boys you got leaving. So
I tell these two men all the time, as along with Coach Jones, Coach Hambrick, Coach Spence, Jackson, the whole staff. I tell them all the time, I could play for y'all, and I would want my kids to play for y'all. You don't say that a lot when you're around youth sports, and unfortunately, it's the truth. But these men are two shining examples of what Oak Cliff produces.
Well, it's been an honor and a privilege to work with Jarell Cherry. Wow, 6 years.
Yeah.
7 through graduation. Himself and his classmates have been model young men. Coach couldn't ask for anything better. I pray that God will bless him and keep him as he goes and grows. I know he's going to do great things. So I'm going to say congratulations early.
It's been an honor to coach Jarell Cherry. And again, it was a privilege. And I would like to say it's a direct reflection of his parents. Being coachable, being respectful, having high character. All those traits came from his dad and his mom. I had an opportunity as a youngster to watch his dad grow up and play under him. And all those characteristics are true to his son. So thank you, Cherry family, just for the opportunity to coach his son and believing in me and Carter, and along with the staff, for that opportunity. Thank you.
I tell my son, I always told you, I know you got greatness in you. I knew that it was going to eventually come out. As far as you tell you survive, Josh, something special. I just got to keep around, keep going. You'll see it eventually become a light. But I know you're nervous about going out to school. Don't let the nerves get the best of you. All you need to do is go down there and keep working hard. Stay on top of your books. Don't get the instruction like you did. You're fine.
All right, so Cherry, I want you to use your imagination and act like you're talking to 14-year-old, skinnier, shorter version of yourself. What advice would you give to a young high school student, a young 8th grader who's going to watch this and who says, man, I want to end up like him one day. I want to be like him one day. Because believe it or not, you are a role model already. We talk about that all the time. We talk about that off camera. But you have people coming right behind you who have some talents and gifts and some abilities, but who are watching you and watching how you carry yourself. So what advice can you leave behind with you?
I'd probably say to all incoming freshmen, your freshman year is going to be your most important. A lot of people going to come up to you and they're going to tell you what's the right or wrong thing to do, but you got to keep your head focused throughout. One thing I got to say is your freshman year, hit your grades as hard as you can, because you never know how much it'll catch up to you in the long run. And another thing is, if you working as hard as you will, and you're willing to be, and you keep your faith, it's gonna be things that's gonna come, good things. And you just gotta learn how to just wait through the storm and just see the good and stuff, and just stay focused and stay home.
Thank you guys. Again, much love to you. Thank you so much for appearing on the Sports Preacher Show. As always, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Sports Preacher Show. We'll be back for more.
See?
This is where the game goes deeper. He came to teach ya, the sports preacher. So whether you in the field or up in the bleachers, he came to reach ya, the sports